Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. I am sorry I'm running late today, but I have a very good excuse. And hopefully you will think it's a pretty good excuse, too. This is going to be an announcement video. I don't know. So the first thing that I should probably tell you is that I don't know what I'm doing. I did this thing on an impulse because I thought that it was the good thing to do in the moment. And, I've never had one before, but I think that it was about time that I built my own website. So MissMarilynDarling.com is now live. It's mainly going to be like kind of a picture gallery of what I'm doing, with a couple of little tidbits here and there. Doing some calligraphy and basically showing off my latest things. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I'm still trying to figure things out, but I would really greatly appreciate it if you all went and checked out my new website. It's MissMarilynDarling.com. And I have never been more prouder than I am right at this moment. So, here is a little sneak peek. It's pretty basic. Lots of pictures, some contact information, and the patron. So, yeah, this was all made on Squarespace. So if you haven't done so and you want to start your own website, maybe go check out Squarespace. It is quite difficult to get into. Like, this whole thing took months to figure out. So, I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it, but, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I am not a programmer. I don't know anything about making a website. So, I had to figure it out from scratch without watching any tutorials at all. No tutorials. Because I like to touch buttons. And I touched all the buttons, and I kind of got a generalized idea of what I wanted, where, when, why, and how. And so that's just how it looks today. It's gonna change. For sure. So, go check out MissMarilynDarling.com. And, let me know what you think. Okay. Now that I've rambled on for 12 hours about nothing, absolutely nothing, let's finish doing the review, shall we? I have started the review. I haven't finished it. Because I got distracted by an email saying your subscription hasn't been activated yet. You should probably do that. So I went ahead and bought myself a website. Can't believe I did it. I don't even know if it's any good or not, but it's probably not the worst website out there. I'm gonna try and put some links to certain tutorials on there. I don't know. It's just like a big shenanigan right now. Shenanigans. And I am out of toilet paper. Thank goodness I went to Walmart yesterday and got me some toilet paper. I much prefer it to paper towels. Okay. Here and there and there. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'll wash my fingers. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm exhausted. These medicines make me feel like I'm sleepy, but I just woke up like 3 hours ago. Stupid medicine. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. See if this has any water resistance. No water, a little bit of water resistance, but not enough that I would want to leave this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Oh, today we are looking at purple ink from Private Reserve, Purple Mojo. Thanks go out to the OC Pen Club for providing the sample for this review. Today's pen will be using the Pilot Kakuno with a tongue sticking out medium nib. Tongue sticking out medium nib. Here is our ink of the day. It's very nice, very nice. Very purple-like. Here's our ink swatch. Water resistance test shows. There's a little bit of water resistance, but not enough that I would feel comfortable putting this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Yeah, a little bit of water resistance, not enough. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see this dark purple, bluish bit in the middle, and then pink on the outside. So, and then here is our painting of the day. Looks very nice. Bring up the lights so we can see a little bit better. Very nice. Oh, there. Now you can really see the blue coming out. It's definitely got a blue and a pink version, a blue and a pink ness to it. Okay, let's do a writing sample. This is CVS caliber notebook paper. Okay. This is let's see what it looks like with a Hunt 56. This is a Hunt 56 dip nib. So it does come out a little bit darker in the calligraphy than it does in the writing because the line is spread out and pressed down evenly with the medium nib than it is with the flex nib. So you get two totally different looking inks. Like, look at this. This one almost looks black. And that's not due to anything funny going on. That's just the way it comes out of a nib. which makes it good for teaching calligraphy because you can see the light strokes going up and then the dark strokes coming down. Beautiful amount of shading going on. Okay. Wipe my pen off. Alright, let's do some paper review, shall we? Alright, this is Purple Mojo on the Pen and Gear Memo Book from Walmart.com. This is... I do see the tiniest bit of feathering. A little bit of ghosting. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Had a little trouble grabbing the page. No feathering, normal amount of ghosting. Moleskin 70 GSM. A little bit of feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Field Notes Journal. Little bit of spread, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Leuchtturm 1917 paper. No feathering, a little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is 52 GSM Tomoe River. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Journal from the Dollar Tree. Little wispy wisp right there, and maybe right there, but no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Maramon Nemosity 80 GSM dot grid. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Oxford Optic paper. No feathering. Little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Ooh, it is a little bit of spread, little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Up and Up Wide Rule composition book from Target.com. Tiniest bit of spread, little bits of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Apica notebook, 81.4 GSM. A little bit of spread there, but there's no feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. This is the Nanami 7 Seas, 68 GSM Tomoe River. No feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. Rhodia dot pad, 80 GSM. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. No feathering. Little tiny hint of bleed through, barely any ghosting. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. It is feathering a little bit, but there's no bleeding and barely any ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. It is spreading into the page, and there is tiny bits of bleeding and a little bit of ghosting. This is Sheffield Home Paper Goods. Tiny little bits of feathering, little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, a little bit of ghosting. Mead wide ruled notebook paper. The tiniest bit of feathering. Little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. 5-star notebook paper. The tiniest bit of feathering. A little bit of heavy ghosting. Speckle notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. There is the tiniest little bit of spread. One little tiny bit of bleed through and barely any ghosting. This is Akabe cross-section pad. I don't really see any feathering. There's just the tiniest bit of bleed through and a little bit of ghosting. JNB copper plate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. I don't see any feathering, but there is little tiny bits of bleed through and a little bit of ghosting. This is Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Just the tiniest bit of feathering, the tiniest bit of bleed through, and a little bit of ghosting. Okay, well, this is a medium cooperative ink, I think. So far, so good. Let's take a look at a comparison panel and see where this ink lies. I think it's purple. What do you think? Could it possibly be a purple ink? I think it is. I think it might be a purple ink. Okay. I've made myself very tiny. So, let's take a look at some purple inks to see if we can match this up with any. This is Private Reserve Purple Mojo next to Noodler's Tchaikovsky, Birmingham Province Lavender, Dominant Industry Pearl Dawn, Nikuyanagi Violet Mascara, Lilac Twinkle, Monteverde Rose Noir, Monteverde Purple Raid, Stipula Purple, Diamond Bougainvillea Purple, Diamond Imperial Purple, Twisby Royal Purple, Pilot Mixable Violet, Waterman Tender Purple, Diamine Majestic Purple, Robert Oster Barossa Gilt, Cross Violet, Lamy Violet, Fake Lamy Dark Lilac, Lamy Dark Lilac, KWZ Brown Pink, Diamine Purple Rain, Diamine Harmony, Noodlers Violet, Mont Blanc Lavender Purple, Freedom of the Starry Skies Purple, Pen BBS 270, IWI Slight Snow, Schaefer Script Purple. This one is kind of close. Birmingham Gooseberry, Diamine Lavender, Noodler's Bay State Grape, Birmingham Andy Warhol Pop Art Purple, SWS Griffin Purple, Pannonia Argona Lilac, Troublemaker Foxglove, Mont Blanc Psychedelic Purple, Colorverse Hayabusa Glistening. This one is also kind of in that ballpark. I'll raise up the lights just a little bit. There, it's better. Diamine Festive Joy, Robert Oster Violet Dreams, Diamine Memory Lane, Diamine Damson, Roar and Klinger Cassia. These ones are kind of close too. Although I am noticing now that it is coming up way more bluer than purple. So, yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. Monteverde Amethyst, Tasha Yukio Nakamurasaki, Diamond Philip, Organic Studio Eggplant. This one's kind of close, but lighter. Carco's Violet. This one's kind of close. Monteverde Sapphire, Private Reserve, Violet Silver, Mayora Amalfitano. This one's kind of near there too. Birmingham Wisteria, Noodler's La Color Royale, Tasha Murasaki Purple, Diamine Nightshade, Diamine Amazing Amethyst, Pilot Eroshizuku Murasaki Shikaboo, Jayaban Amethyst Delarel, Diamine Bilberry, Monteverde Birthday Cake, Diamine Manbado's Hat, Jabba Violet Boreal, Pelican 4001 Violet, Diamine Winter Miracle, Papier Plume Bootlegger's Scarlet Letter, Robert Oster Black Violet, Noodler's Brexit, Diamine Deck the Halls, and Private Reserve Ebony Purple. That is a big chunk of purple. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? Are you guys looking for a purple? This is a really nice color of purple, I gotta say. Even though it does look more bluer than it appears on camera. I want to see if I can... Now, if you don't look at the whiteness, I think that is more color accurate than the actual color that it shows in this state. It looks way more blue. But this is definitely purple. And if you haven't done so already, please check out the second link in the doobly-doo. And I'm going to add a link. The first link in the doobly-doo will be to my new website. So if you haven't done so yet, go and check it out. I really encourage everyone to check it out. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Oops. That's MissMarilynDarling.com. The second link will be the Patreon. And the third link will be to what is the third link to, Marilyn? What is it? Tell us. Sorry. The third link will be to the Pen Boutique. The Pen Boutique website. Don't get high blood pressure, kids. It's not fun. 0 out of 10 stars. Would not repeat. Anyway, that is all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all. So when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.